Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. SummerSlam week has begun and you can feel the animosity rising in this very building. What an evening, what an event, what a set of matches we got for you on this show. And we kick things off huge as well. Fatal 4-way rules for the NXT Global Championship. Pete Dunne, Lio Rush, Tomohiro Ishii, and Matt Riddle all vying for the chance to be the NXT Global Champion. Only one of them's going to get the right to it. Which one will it be? We'll find out, because the same could be said about this one. The first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match for the NXT Women's Championship. Champion Jazzy, Gabert, and the members of Trifecta and Santana, Garrett, and Tessa Blanchard going alongside the women of NXT. Kairi, Sane, Charlotte, Toni, Storm. This is going to be an immense evening of action. This is where the women of NXT make history like history has never been made before for the women. This is where the battle between Trifecta and the NXT women not only reaches its peak, but perhaps reaches the final battle. The same can be said about the main event, and a colossal main event it is to go with it. Tyler Bate, the ultimate underdog story for one, and Coren, the NXT champion. Day 270, the longest reigning NXT champion by a country mile, takes on Tyler Bate. Bate had to fight with everything he had in him to get this far. Is it going to pan out for this man? Will he overcome Coren, or will Coren just have another name on his list? That one being Tyler Bate. We'll find out later on in the main event of this evening. Now, it is time to start things with the NXT Global Championship. First out is Lio Rush for this one. So how did this one all come about? Well, let's take you on a trip down memory lane for this one. A few weeks back on NXT, Lio Rush and Matt Riddle were engaging in a one-on-one contest. Out of the blue comes Pete Dunne to attack both men, blindside them, and knock them down. The NXT committee and the NXT chairman and the NXT sheriff, I eventually got there, didn't want to stand for that and decided that the correct way to punish Pete Dunne was to make him pay. And so he made him pay by making him face Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii beat Pete Dunne, and then Riddle and Rush got added to this matchup. Pete Dunne got a little in over his head, and as a result, has cost himself. Now with this fatal 4-way matchup. First out you saw there was Lio Rush, the man of the hour, looking to make it back-to-back takeovers where he's on the winning side of things, and this would be a huge takeover to walk out on the winning side of things with a victory for the NXT Global Championship. But Matt Riddle wants the same as well. Riddle making his way towards the ring. He technically is the favorite when you think about it. Riddle has beaten Ishii, beaten Dunne, albeit in a tag team matchup where Dunne wasn't there, he didn't get pinned in it, and just beat Lio Rush this past episode of NXT. You could say that Matt Riddle is the favorite, but fatal 4-ways are a hell of a lot more different to a controlled one-on-one match. If we know anything from NXT and their multi-man matches, they are all over the place, they are insane, they just aren't what you are expecting. And that is why it's the perfect thing to kick off this episode of NXT. This episode of NXT? No. This NXT Takeover Brooklyn. And speaking of men who just don't really like to follow the rules, here comes the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii, for that very match. May have been on the losing end these last few weeks, but that's not going to stop Ishii from coming into Takeover and trying to head out the NXT Global Championship around his waist. This is his first crack at a takeover, his first crack at a title as well. This could very well be a great evening for the Stone Pitbull. He's had already a one-on-one victory in non-title action over Pete Dunne, as I previously mentioned. Now it is up for him to try and win this one. But of course, they all seek the same prize. They all seek to take it away from the same man. Public enemy number one in this matchup. The NXT Global Champion, the Bruiserweight, Pete Dunne, will make his way out for this one. Dunne knows what it's like to be in a multi-man match. He won the NXT Global Championship in a triple threat match back in TakeOver Orlando. However, is he used to having all this attention on his back? Is this something that he enjoys? Probably, but when it's backfired on him the way that it has, and he is now in a fatal four-way match, where, remember, he doesn't have to be pinned to lose his NXT Global Championship, everything changes for the Bruiserweight. And it's where things can start to get incredibly worrying for him as well. Because, you know, think about it. He heads into this event as champion. Lio Rush pins Matt Riddle. Let's just say that happens right now. Lio Rush is the NXT Global Champion. Pete Dunne is no longer the NXT Global Champion. He wasn't even pinned to lose his NXT Global Championship either. That's going to leave a sour taste, shall we say. But the crowd here in Brooklyn is ready. The Twitch chat is ready. And people who, you know, aren't watching this on Twitch and are watching the rerun of it or whatever are also ready. But, you know, they're second. Nevertheless, let us commence with this one. Rush, Riddle, Ishii, and Dunne. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn has begun, and Pete Dunne immediately scampering outside of the ring. Lio Rush and Tomohiro Ishii going to occupy the other side of the ring in this one. Just to clarify, even though they have all immediately gone to the outside, Falls Count Anywhere rules do not apply in this one. They have to win this match in the ring, which is certainly going to be a tough one for, well, anyone to really win when you think about it, because you're in a ring with 3 other people. You're going to try and hope that something like what Ishii and Rush are doing can help them walk out with a win. Anyway, focusing on this matchup right now, most of the people have said that so far we have Lio Rush, Ishii, and no one wants Pete Dunne to win, that's for certain, which is kind of to be expected. Oh my god, Ishii on the outside with Rush way up, holding him there as well, still holding him there, suplex down on the ramp. Well, Lio Rush certainly in trouble against the Stone Pitbull. Not really much of a surprise there, let's be real. Amateur wrestling slam by Matt Riddle in the ring there. Elbows now unloading away there on the knee of Lio Rush. Oh, up in the air. Powerbomb down from Pete Dunne. Everyone's back in the ring now. This is where things are going to get impossible to try and win here. No one's going to be able to pull off a pinfall victory in the environment where everyone is in the ring, as just proven by Tomohiro Ishii's attempted pin there on Lio Rush. Matt Riddle, despite heading into this with victories over everyone, is not looking too fresh right now. German suplex to Riddle as well from the NXT Global Champion. Riddle going to roll out of the ring. Ishii looks like he's going to be sent out of the ring by Lio Rush as well. No, Rush might want to go after Riddle. Oh, everything's kind of kicked off on the outside. What is Tomohiro Ishii going to do here? He's just going to dump Lio Rush face first on the apron. And back in the ring goes Ishii. Now with Pete Dunne. Matt Riddle getting up on the apron as well. Something dangerous could happen here. Something dangerous is going to happen here. Matt Riddle to the outside. Frog splash onto Lio Rush. First big time move in this matchup from Matt Riddle. A very grounded wrestler taking flight there. Meanwhile in the ring, Tomohiro Ishii all over the NXT Global Champion. The elbows raining away now into the leg and into the knee. Grounding Pete Dunne. You need all the strength you can get in your legs to lift someone like Ishii as well. Taking away your legs is certainly going to stop that discus forearm there from Ishii as well. Back suplex transitioned into a face buster. There are the rock-hard forearms of Ishii. Back elbow and a lariat to go with it. The Global Champion is down, but it was Riddle who attempted the cover there. Oh no, things aren't looking good for Pete Dunne. Things are not looking good for Pete Dunne at all. Pete Dunne getting a taste of his own medicine. A bitter end to Pete Dunne. Ishii in for the cover. Riddle ain't trying to stop. And a kick out at 2. Pete Dunne getting right back up to his feet as well. I think that has infuriated the Bruiserweight in many ways. His own move being used against him from Tomohiro Ishii. Now he's just set his sights on everyone. He knows there's a target on his back and he's making the most of it. Lio Rush in the ring with him now. Has him up in the suplex and just throws him off to one side. Double foot stomp. Oh, good counter. Good stop there from Riddle. All sorts of... oh, wait. Ripcord knee from Matt Riddle. Ripcord knee connects. We got all sorts of leg work going on in this ring, apparently. Everyone getting some wrestling on the go. Cover made. Kick out at 1 there. Oh my God, Ishii from the second rope there. Looked like he dropped the elbow down on his balls. Into the cover he goes, though, trying to put away. Nope. Matt Riddle right there to stop it. Both men looking for fireman carry maneuvers, apparently. Fireman. Oh, the bro to sleep! Bro to sleep! And Tomohiro Ishii just throwing him down on the action beneath him. And Pete Dunne had to kick out again at the count of 2. That just all kind of went on a bit sudden. Forearm there from Ishii on the apron. Pete Dunne is in huge trouble right now. Side angled brain buster there. And Lio Rush wants to roll out of this ring. He wants out of this one right now. He wants to recover on the outside the best he can. Irish whip, countered. Oh, well, you put too much attention on Ishii and not enough on Matt Riddle. In the corner, you go for it. Oh, this ain't going to be good for you. Yes, it will. Ishii there in with the save. Uppercut, and down goes Matt Riddle now. Counter. Duck under. Leapfrog now by Pete Dunne. Great bit of agility, followed up by strength with that German suplex. There goes Lio Rush after only just getting back in the ring. Pete Dunne seems to have his sights set on Tomohiro Ishii. Oh, the leaping Enziguri there. Cracking the Stone Pitbull with it. Matt Riddle, though, seemed to have caught eye of it. He's right back up to his feet, but it's all right because Ishii kicking out at the count of 2. All 4 men returning to the ring. 2 of them having apparently a bit of a sit down. Got to imagine the wear and tear is set in this matchup. Everyone's got to be feeling the fatigue right now. They've been going 100 miles an hour to be the NXT Global Champion. Matt Riddle almost toying with Pete Dunne there before throwing him up and over to the outside. Ishii in the ring now with Lio Rush, commanding him with the strength advantage that he has, and a trio of big-time power bombs from the Stone Pitbull. Achilles lock applied as well in the ring. Not much awareness being made. Riddle finally getting in the ring, but Lio Rush was already on his way out of it. Oh, okay. Ishii going to roll out the ring now. Seems that Riddle has business that he wants to attend to. Bad idea from behind. Cranking his neck on the ropes there. Kind of like a reverse neck breaker, using the ropes to his advantage from Lio Rush. It's Pete Dunne going. He doesn't want anything to do with Matt Riddle, apparently. He wants everything to do with the Stone Pitbull still. But Lio Rush kind of had his sights on the NXT Global Champion. Everyone back on their feet. Everyone back in the ring to go with it. Here we go. Pete Dunne has him. Bitter end. Riddle, though, fully aware of it, was looking at it as it got hit. Kick out at 1. No victory for him there. And now look at Matt Riddle going. Double lariats here. Catches the leg. Sweeps it away from him. And Pete Dunne's going to try and steal one. He rolls up Riddle, but apparently Riddle's arm in the ropes there. Ishii getting right back up to his feet after taking those barrage of maneuvers. Roll up now from Pete Dunne in the ring on Ishii, trying to retain, and a kick out at 2. If I was Lio Rush, I wouldn't be doing whatever I was doing there. I'd be paying attention to what's going on right now in the ring, because there's a sharpshooter being applied from Tomohiro Ishii on Pete Dunne, and Lio Rush just decided his best interest was to take out the referee. Pete Dunne just tapped out. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. Now the referee and Riddle is 69ing. Okay. I'm not too sure if Lio Rush meant that intentionally or not, but the referee is down and Dunne tapped out. Lio Rush just kept Tomohiro Ishii away from winning the NXT Global Championship. Up in the air now goes Matt Riddle. Electric chair into a power bomb. Pointless going for any kind of covers right now. The referee is still down in this one for some reason. Oh, here we go. Ripcord knee strike from Matt Riddle. Everyone back in the ring though. Ishii sent out. Dunne having to duck under Riddle's attempted strike there. Counters Matt Riddle now. Rolls him up as well. Trying to use his momentum against him. Didn't work out. Oh, is he going to go for Bro to sleep? Yes, he is! Bro to sleep as Ishii, though, is getting back in the ring. 1 on a kick out at 1. Ishii just stood there again. Apparently when Matt Riddle goes for a pin, everyone just stops and watches on. There goes Riddle over the top rope, though. Ishii going with him as well. Standing shooting star press now from Lio Rush, the NXT Global Champion. Hugely in trouble in the ring. Chinlock being applied here, and now Ishii is interested. And Ishii is there to break it up as well. So Lio Rush look for something here, has him up in the fireman's carry position. Great strength from Rush this far into the matchup to pull out something like that. Drilling his back into the turnbuckle. I think Matt Riddle just got hit into the stairs on the outside. Corkscrew kick there from Lio Rush in the ring. Match could still go pretty much anyone's way. There goes Ishii into the steps now. Chinlock applied in the ring by Lio Rush again. This time it's Matt Riddle running into the ring after him and breaking things up. Just seems as if you're kind of waiting on luck of the draw in this one to try and retain your title, which is exactly what Pete Dunne is hopeful as he rolls up Lio Rush. Not too sure if that was a Riddle stopping that one or if that was Lio Rush. Kicking out. Referee's falling back over again apparently. Fucking shout out to him. Tomohiro Ishii has crawled over to this side of the ring right now. Meanwhile in the ring, Pete Dunne looking at the arm as it locked in and stamps on it as well. Up in the air. Big time counter. Reverse DDT there by Matt Riddle. As they're the only two left in the ring. Ishii has joined them now, and here comes the strength of the Stone Pitbull with that overhead belly to belly. Chop. And Bulldog as well. They are ganging up on the champion right now. Maybe because he's taken so much in this match, he might not have that much left to give. However, the problem is if you're going to gang up on him, you kind of need to, be alone in the ring to win the title. Everyone in the ring now. Complete chaos is kicking off here. Ishii in the background. Might be looking for the brain buster. No, Dunne countered it. Forearm by Dunne. Pete Dunne in with Tomohiro Ishii. Bitter end to Ishii. And with 1, 2, and 3, Pete Dunne, by the skin of his teeth, retains the NXT Global Championship. Oh, was that a close one for Dunne? On more than one occasion, it seemed like the title was lost for him. It seemed like he was going to be the one to lose the match, but that didn't end up happening. Pete Dunne retains the NXT Global Championship. Lio Rush was that far away from saving it, but also too far away to stop it. Pete Dunne heads out of Brooklyn with another title defense under his belt. And how many more will there be to go for the Bruiserweight? We will be finding out at some point. We'll be finding out at a later date. As for right now, it is time for the NXT Tag Team titles to be defended. One title defended so far this evening. How many more will be defended? How many more will change hands? The answer will be on its way in just a moment, because here comes a matchup between two completely opposite teams, New Day and SAnitY. All right, here we go. Pete Dunne will go to the back, still the NXT Global Champion. The target's still on his back, and the people still hating him. But you know what? I think Pete Dunne likes all of that, so he's not going to complain. Nevertheless, here come the New Day. Big E won a 6-man battle royal for these two to become the #1 contenders to the tag team titles, showing that even though they've taken the fall, shall we say, from Monday Night Raw to NXT, things have actually gone way better for the New Day in that regard. Kofi Kingston, of course, still a member of the Monday Night Raw roster, but the New Day have a chance to be champions here tonight over SAnitY. We've seen them square off these last 2 weeks. We had Big E versus Killian Dane last week, or the week before, rather, should I say? Well, we can say last week as well, where Big E won, albeit through numerous interferences from Sawyer Fulton. This past episode of NXT, just 24 hours ago, it was Eric Young beating Xavier Woods in one-on-one action. Of course, here tonight, as I already laid out, SAnitY have got to go this one alone. No Sawyer Fulton or ringside for them in this one. It is all about what they can do as a duo. Let us see what will transpire in this one. Here we go. The NXT Tag Team Champions, despite being in their second reign now, still looking for their first successful title defense. Not too sure how they're going to be able to pull that one out at all. And I wonder what will happen regarding SAnity's attempt at a first title defense here tonight. I said last night on NXT that I believe it'll be a SAnitY title defense. We'll see if that'll still happen or not. I mean, singles matches don't tell the tale really of a tag team match altogether. They just kind of do more to get either side prepared for what the opponents can do. It doesn't really dictate how a match can turn out. Even then, we are kind of 50-50 split. So let us see what transpires in this one. Who is everyone taking? Are you going with new NXT Tag Team Champions? Are you going with SAnitY retaining? As I said that, one person predicting SAnitY to retain. Certainly look as prepared as ever. However, TakeOver apparently isn't their thing when they're NXT Tag Team Champions. Look back to Chicago for that one when they lost to Hiroshi Tanahashi, and the man squaring off for the NXT Championship later on this evening. Everyone, it seems, going with SAnitY. Oof. A big upset, it seems, if the New Day pull out the win in this one. Here we go. NXT Tag Team titles on the line. Second title match of the evening. Still plenty more to go here at TakeOver Brooklyn. There are the challengers, amped up and ready to go. How prepared are they for this one? Is, of course, the big question. How ready can you be to take on a duo like SAnitY? Yeah, you faced them in one-on-one matches. But that's completely different to a tag team match, as I just said. And we know what SAnitY can do in a... in a tag team matchup. We know what they can do. They're insane, out-of-the-box offense. They're just complete... just all over the place, really, with everything. They do what they want, how they want, when they want in a matchup. And it makes it so difficult to read what they can do. SAnitY won the titles the first time off of American Alpha. Arguably the greatest NXT Tag Team Champions we've had in this universe so far. SAnitY will be looking to take that right away from them. It was at this event a year ago where American Alpha won the tag team titles. It is at this event a year later where SAnitY look to retain them. Collar and elbow tie-up between the two right now. Big E starting things off against Eric Young. Kind of leader versus leader when you look at it. Wonder how it'll go as well. So far, so good for Big E. Just getting a little bit in here and there. One thing is for certain is how much of a game changer Big E can be in a matchup. And I think they may have got him in early to try and maybe just wear down the other team, you know, to try and fatigue the duo of Eric Young and Killian Dane. Oh, here we go. Big time suplex back in the ring right there from Eric Young. A little bit of a slow start so far from EY, but maybe that's how SAnitY want to go about things in this one. It is. Oh, what a slam there, though, from Eric Young, using all of his strength to bring Big E down into the mat there, but Big E just shrugging off that punch and sending him into the corner. If he makes the tag into Xavier Woods, which he is, could be argued this is too early. We kind of saw this past episode of NXT how almost easy it is for Xavier Woods to be overpowered even by someone like Eric Young. So what happens when Killian Dane gets involved in this one? That's a long way to fly. Will he be able to get it? No, he is punched out of the air there essentially from Killian Dane. Look for a shot there, was countered. Eric Young now maybe the one in control, just like he was in their past match last night on NXT. There's an atomic drop for you. In the corner now, tag made. Here comes the Brute. Killian Dane in off the tag. Xavier Woods suddenly finds himself in huge trouble. And right off the bat, he'll go for it as well. What an elbow drop from Killian Dane. Oof. Looking for a big kind of slam there. Xavier Woods able to counter it. Xavier Woods now. Great strength from him to be able to pull that one off. Suplex. Fisherman suplex cradle. I'm surprised that Xavier Woods is actually able to keep Killian Dane down in this fashion for this amount of time. I would have easily expected this to just be Dane running rings and running through Xavier Woods like he just kind of did there with that hefty kick in the back of the head, lifting him up in the air. There's a wasteland and the senton splash to follow up after it. Dane picking him up again from behind. Reverse suplex. Oh, elevated reverse DDT. Xavier Woods trying to crawl to make the tag there. Oh my god, bicycle kick just flattened Xavier Woods. Absolutely nothing. The NXT Tag Team division been undergoing its regrowth period as of late, trying to build up new teams to challenge people like SAnitY. New Day could be, judging by the reaction from me and everyone else, could be the first in a very long line of challengers to unsuccessfully take the titles away from SAnitY. Nice tree of woe there from Xavier Woods. He's going to take things up to the top rope. What's he going to look for here? Calling him to his feet. Drop kick. Whiffed it. Big E, though, right there. Had to stop the tag being made. And here we go again now. Killian Dane, look for Death Valley driver. Xavier Woods flipping out of it. Super kick, but Dane won't go down. DDT, and now he will go down. Wrenching on the neck right now is Xavier Woods. Killian Dane must have got busted open off that DDT. Blood starting to pour from his head, but that can only fire him up more and more, all things considered. And he just leaned his head into that tilt-a-whirl head scissors. Xavier Woods somehow finding a way to keep him down. Tag made. Oh no, not tag made. We're in for the Unicorn Stampede from the New Day. A big time, just consistently stomping away into the ribs of your opponent, wearing him down as quick as you can. The New Day make this one of their big moves in a match to try and destroy their opponent, and this is a move that is almost perfect for Killian Dane. Take away his ability to breathe. The big man has no strength in him, especially when it's Big E coming in with that drop kick. cover made here. There's 1, 2, and there's Eric Young leaping in to make the save. Big E now has the big man down and needs to do everything in his power to maintain that control. Reverse DDT counter though. Dane now prepping. Oh my god. I was going to say prepping himself up for something, but instead just decided to run down Big E there. And this might be smart from Dane, even though he is the brute of this match, to make the tag into... Oh, good God. Jesus! Throw away. Tiger suplex there. Big E all over him. Killian Dane desperately needing to make the tag into Eric Young in this one as they go after his open wound now. Hoping for something big there. Counter from Dane, the blood on his face starting to spread more and more. Will the tag finally be made? Yes, it will. Eric Young finally back in this matchup. Here we go. Running him down, double back elbows. Doubling blows there into the head. And Eric Young now taking control of the subsequent, I guess you could call him, leader of the New Day. Russian leg sweep there. Into the cover made. Kick out right away. Eric Young right now has been the game changer for SAnitY in this one. He has completely changed this match around now. Big E kind of struggling against him. All these New Day chants not really helping them out. And here's the feat of strength now from Eric Young, hoisting him way up in the air. Deadlift, Dragon Sleeper. Oh, and now things are looking worse for Big E. Death Valley Driver connected. And Eric Young will take himself up to the top rope now. What will he look for all the way up there? Big E not moving. Moonsault from EY. And Eric Young and SAnitY could be one move away from retaining their tag team titles. Eric Young, the pile driver to Big E. Leapt in the air. Down on Big E. Cover made. There's 2. And oh, Big E kicked out of 2. I don't think that was expected at all, but it most certainly happened. Big E keeping the fight alive for the New Day. But Xavier Woods got sent to the outside in the scuffle in the ring. It's a 2-on-1 advantage to SAnitY right now. Striking him in the gut there. Killian Dane running him down with a body splash. And all of a sudden, things could be falling apart. Counter there in the corner. I think he might be looking for the Ulster Plantation. He and Big E might be looking for the big ending. Both got countered, one right after the other. I have no idea how that one happened. Running him down there is Killian Dane. Dane right now just having to do whatever he can to keep Big E down. This is the Dane that when he gets unleashed can be unstoppable. Huge elbow there connected. And the running splash in again. Big E's ribs are going to be screaming out in agony. Regardless of the man that he is, when you take punishment like that, it's going to be tough to survive. And it's going to be even tougher to survive this. Has him up on the shoulders. Carries him out of the corner with ease. Killian Dane. Ulster Plantation. Into the cover he goes. There goes Xavier Woods, and with 1, 2, 3, SAnitY retain the NXT Tag Team titles. And there you have it. Once more, they are the Tag Team Champions. Finally, with their first successful title defense under their belt, SAnitY have pulled it off. The New Day were trying. The New Day gave it an awful lot, it has to be said, but in the end, it almost just felt as if SAnitY were waiting to untap something. They were waiting to unleash something, and unleash something they most certainly did. With that final barrage of offense and the Ulster Plantation finishing things off, SAnitY head out of Brooklyn, still your NXT Tag Team Champions. 2 titles successfully defended. And now we move on to our next contest of the evening. It is time to see who will face... who will head out of Brooklyn with a victory that doesn't have a title on the line but still means an awful lot. Cesaro versus the Velveteen Dream in a match that doesn't have anything to do with titles. It can have title implications coming out of the event, but as for right now, nothing to do with titles, nothing to do with anything along those lines. It is simply about 2 men who don't like each other and 1 man who wants to end the undefeated streak of the Velveteen Dream. Dream has been boasting, basically, that he has not been pinned or submitted. And there is not really that much you can say against it until Velveteen Dream started calling himself certain words, started calling himself the Superman of NXT and saying he deserved the title shot at this event. Cesaro didn't feel too welcome about that. Cesaro reminded Velveteen Dream that he's young, he's cocky, and he needs to be shut up. And that streak of his needs to be taken away. And he looks to do it here tonight in Brooklyn. A Velveteen Dream, one of the breakout stars we have seen on NXT, has not had a title shot yet, but he has not been pinned or submitted in one-on-one action yet. Matter of fact, he has not been pinned or submitted in general. The Velveteen Dream is undefeated in that regard. The tag team match losses, let him slide. The Velveteen Dream only cares about himself and only cares about when his shoulders are pinned down to the mat for a 3 count and when he has to tap out. Dream, if he wins here tonight, well, it's certainly going to be it's certainly going to be tough to say that Dream doesn't deserve a shot at a title at some point. He would have gone through a lot of athletes at this point in order to pull off the undefeated streak that he's got. And at some point, it has to be said that you have to recognize the talent that is the Velveteen Dream and reward him at some point as well. So the question is, where does this one go? Is it a Cesaro victory? Is it Velveteen Dream continuing on his dream and ending the one of Cesaro? So far, 50-50 split in the chat. The answer will be in this match right now. Here we go. Cesaro coming out of the gates. Incredibly hot there against the Velveteen Dream, and Dream taken aback by it there. I mean, fair play, I wouldn't have expected that either if I was the Velveteen Dream, but that certainly just happened. Velveteen Dream, though, has turned things back around a little bit. Taking control now. Deadlift suplex to Cesaro. Last time we were at an NXT Takeover, Cesaro unsuccessfully challenged for the NXT Championship in the main event of the evening. Ended up being defeated by Coren, who is just 2 matches away now from his title match with Tyler Bate. See what happens right now in this one, though. Velveteen Dream went for the dropkick. Cesaro bats him away. Oh, big time German suplex there. Very good point just brought up in the chat there. This would be potentially the biggest win of Velveteen Dream's career. Not only would he beat the former ECW champion, but he would have beaten the former leader of the New World Order back in the day. Never made there. Kick out at 2 from Velveteen Dream right now. Cesaro trying to get himself up to his feet. Velveteen Dream, just the I guess the youngness that he has to him, the youth that he has to him, just kind of runs away with ability when you look at it. I mean, Cesaro is experienced. There's no doubt about it. Cesaro is pound for pound one of the toughest athletes in this universe. But even with all that, Velveteen Dream just has something to him. This cockiness and this attitude to him, it makes him better. And now Cesaro's head again and again going into the turnbuckle there. Finally counters his way out of it and sends the Dream head first into it as well. Straight jacket German. Cover made. Kick out at 1. Cesaro trying to just use his ability, his natural ability. Not trying to go in any specific way to beat the Velveteen Dream. Just trying to prove he is the better wrestler, and the Velveteen Dream can be shut up. Although his jaw might be wired. Shut there for Cesaro with the impact of that barricade. Back in the ring we shall go now with these two. Elbow on the point of the nose there from the Dream. Up in the air now. Velveteen Dream gonna look for a Death Valley driver, and he'll get it. Dream connected with it beautifully, and now he looks to go to the top rope to try and end things out this quickly. Velveteen Dream gonna fly. Purple Rainmaker. 1, 2, and a kick out from Cesaro at 2. Oh my goodness. Cesaro almost done for right there. I told you about how he needs to turn things around quickly. And he almost wound up on the losing end of everything there to the Velveteen Dream. In a very quick frame of time as well. Big time uppercut from Cesaro. Throwing him into the turnbuckle now. Is this where the Swiss Superman turned things around? Has he had that bit of worry inflicted in his mind? And now does he kick it up a notch? Is this where he starts to go after the Velveteen Dream in a more brutal fashion? It seems so with the moves he's currently bringing out. And Cesaro will look to try and end the streak of the Velveteen Dream. Brings him in. The sharpshooter applied. The sharpshooter is locked in deep. Velveteen Dream can't crawl to the ropes. He's going to have to fight out of this one with his own natural ability. He's going to have to fight out of this one with everything he's got in him, or kiss his streak goodbye. And he will get himself out of it. Velveteen Dream starting to fight back here. Dream with a slam, going back up to the top rope. Is he going to go for Purple Rainmaker one more time? No, he goes for a leg drop and whiffs on it. Cesaro able to counter. Can Cesaro do something here? Velveteen Dream trying to win by element of surprise. Not going to work on a veteran like Cesaro. Cesaro sends him into the turnbuckle now, but a little bit slow walking into the turnbuckle. The fatigue definitely setting in. Leg drop now from the Swiss Superman. And now just natural strength to send the Velveteen Dream down with the Alpamere water slide. But how much more does Cesaro have? Velveteen Dream, the speed advantage that he's possessing within this match, it seems, is just doing its best to stop Cesaro in his tracks. He is struggling in a lot of regards to maintain control over the Velveteen Dream. Big time counter made. Velveteen Dream going to have him back on his shoulders here. Is he looking for another Death Valley driver? He sure is, and he gets it perfectly. Dream struck with that one perfectly, but he doesn't go for the Purple Rainmaker after it. Dream, Famouser, indeed, strikes with a Famouser. Cesaro is now all of a sudden on a complete back foot with nowhere to go or not. Cesaro countering his way out of it. He won't give in here. He has to try and end this streak by any means that he can. Crossface applied from Cesaro now on the Velveteen Dream in the middle of the ring. Will Dream tap out? Will Dream submit here? He's trying to frantically crawl to the ropes. Dream escapes it. And now these two men just starting to slug it out with one another. Dream counters him quickly to go with it. Cesaro up on his feet, staggered and dazed. Does Dream see the opportunity in front of him? Does he smell blood in the water? Neck breaker from Dream now. But Cesaro won't stay down for too long for Dream to try and finish this one off. Flurrying back with strikes of uppercuts now. Off the second rope. In with another uppercut on him. Swinging European uppercut. Will it end the streak of the Velveteen Dream? Not quite yet. Cesaro is trying to do everything right now to end this one. The Velveteen Dream. Oh, backbreaker. And Dream in now. Diving fist drop to Cesaro as well. He is keeping him pinned down with these elbow strikes and these diving fist drops, whatever he can think of in his mind. But Dream knows there needs to be one final piece to the puzzle, and he's going to look for it right now. Up to that top rope. Purple Rainmaker again. 1, 2, 3. Velveteen Dream is the winner. And the undefeated streak continues on. Cesaro's dream is over. What a year the Velveteen Dream is having on NXT. A former ECW champion defeated. Just before that, a former WWE champion defeated. Velveteen Dream is hot on the way to becoming one of the hottest commodities here in NXT. Can anyone stop the Velveteen Dream's undefeated streak? Or will Velveteen Dream lift the title before that ends up happening? We're going to find out, I assume, at some point, because after that performance, Velveteen Dream deserves something for that standout performance. But here we go. The NXT Women's Championship. Elimination Chamber. Oh my goodness. We have been ready for this one. We have been prepping ourselves up for this one. 6 women. 1 title, 1 chamber, 1 war to win. 2 sides, but only one person will walk out with the NXT Women's Championship. Who will this one be? Who will walk out with the NXT Women's Championship? We are about to find out, but first, let us all find out how this all came to be. The women of NXT have always done their best to set themselves apart from the rest, but never did they imagine a chance quite like this one. Takeover Brooklyn, we will be having the first ever Women's Elimination Chamber match. The war between the women of NXT and Trifecta seems set to have its perfect resting place. The final battle between both sides. But those women had to earn their rights to get here. Jazzy Gabert would lead the Trifecta charge as NXT Women's Champion, with Kairi Sane leading the women of NXT. But who would join them? Both sides were set to face one another, but this is about more than just the warfare between the two, for a grand prize awaits the final soul left standing. The NXT Women's Championship. 6 women, 2 sides, 1 grand prize. There are no winners in war, only survivors. There are no survivors in the Elimination Chamber, only winners. Only one winner. Trifecta versus NXT. History will be made, but which side will tell it? And the chamber has come down. And the match is ready to happen. History is ready to be made inside the Elimination Chamber. The first chamber match in almost 2 years. And it's the women of NXT who get to break that seal. Oh yes, let's see what happened here. Here comes Charlotte out first. The first woman to qualify who had to earn the right to qualify. She defeated Ruby Riott to get this far, and now she prepares herself for a match that I don't even think you can prepare for, in all honesty. You can get yourself as ready mentally as you want to, but let's be real, when you're inside that Elimination Chamber, everything is going to change. Even I don't know what that feels like, and I don't want to know what it feels like. The Chamber is a place where everyone can change, where your mindset changes in one quick go, where everything just... your career can change. How you view this sport can change in one quick go. But all 6 of these women are willing to make the sacrifice to be the NXT Women's Champion. Toni Storm makes her way out, the last woman to qualify in this one, and she had to go through the toughest path to do it. She had to beat the NXT Women's Champion in one-on-one action to pull it off. And she did. Toni Storm did. But the big question is, in a chamber with 5 other women as hungry as you to capture that NXT Women's Championship, do you have that natural ability within you? I'm not too sure. I really am not too sure. I mean, I couldn't pick a winner in this one right now. I just have to guess. And not even guess. I don't even want to guess. I just want to watch. Here comes the woman, though, who I absolutely say has the most. If she won, it would be the most rewarding victory here. Because Kairi Sane at one point had to do all of this on her own. She had to fight Trifecta by herself. No support from anyone. And for the longest time, she held her head up high and she kept that title around her waist. Now, it's a different story. Now Sane heads in the challenger, but Sane wants to head out the champion. If there is anyone on a sentimental value I want to win this one, it is Kairi Sane, and I will say that. But I don't know who's going to win. I don't have a prediction. I just would like Sane to win on a sentimental level. But now here come the women of Trifecta. Be ready to hear this theme more than once. Tessa Blanchard, the leader of Trifecta as she has been called, heads towards the ring for this one. How is this one gonna pan out? Of course, you know, as I said, and as the promo package led into this said, it is 2 sides, but only one person can win it all. Tessa Blanchard and Trifecta don't really care who wins it, so long as someone wins it on the Trifecta side. I have made this point objectively clear over the last few weeks and months, really, since they started going after the NXT Women's Championship. So long as there is a member of Trifecta holding that NXT Women's Championship, they are fine. That being said, they are going to have to fight each other. They are going to have to fight each other with everything they would fight the other side with. Because I don't know if you haven't told or not already, but all the chamber slots are filled up. That means Trifecta is starting this match. That means Jazzy Gabert is starting this match, and Santana Garrett is starting this match. Now, all things considered, that's a bit of a disaster for Trifecta. That is not what you want if you're Trifecta. So, how is something like that going to play out for Trifecta? Their chances of walking out with this title are slim. They need to hope luck of the draw aids them and Tessa Blanchard comes out dead last in this one effectively. Because I don't see how, especially in a concept like in a confine like the Elimination Chamber, how Santana Garrett's going to make it to the end. Do I think Gabert can make it to the end? Yes. Yes, I do. She is scary. But when you think about it, you need that natural, you need strength in numbers to head out with the victory. You need strength in numbers to win a war. And you can't exactly have strength in numbers when 2 of the 3 of you are starting the chamber match. Like I said, Trifecta need to rely upon luck of the draw right now. Or maybe despite all this talk about how they will fight each other, they just wait. They just sit back and they wait for one of the NXT women to come out, and they go after them instead. There are so many ways this could go down. There are so many ways this war could go down. There is only one outcome, though. There is only one winner. That's the only outcome there is. Only one person wins. Do they win for their side? Maybe. We're about to find out anyway. Because the chamber has begun. And Jazzy Gabert will start things off against Santana Garrett, and they will not wait for a second. They are going right out of the gates for it. And here we go indeed between these two women. Jazzy Gabert going right after a fellow trifecta counterpart. Santana Garrett has a huge chance to prove herself here. She's kind of been the lackey, for lack of a better term, for trifecta. She's been the one at ringside while Blanchard and Gabert are the ones fighting. And what a showing this would be for the NXT Women's Champion if she found a way to survive from the very start and retain her NXT Women's Championship. That would be something outstanding. Really chin lock applied right now by Santana Garrett. Not going to get much there on Jazzy Gabert though. Gabert now looking to take power, looking to take over when there's a big boot to bring her down to the mat. Got to imagine how pent up the women in the pods must get as well. How aggressive they must get. How ready they are for a chance to get in there and to do what these two women are doing. Cover made right now by Santana Garrett. Will this eliminate Gabert? No. Gabert transitions it over to retain the title. No, definitely not retaining the title, but to eliminate Santana Garrett. It would have been, and a kick out of two, and I don't think Garrett was expecting it. She's very slow back up to her feet, and for the first time in this one, we go outside. And this is where things get dangerous. Oh, good God. No. No. Deadlift German suplex. Not only on the chamber, but on the ring apron as well. Oh, that is just immense impact all over the gate. Who joins them, though? We are about to find out. The women keep on fighting in the ring, but here comes Charlotte into this one. NXT have a body in this matchup. Brocklock applied, meanwhile, by Jazzy Gabert. We may see that tomorrow night on SummerSlam. Kicking out there. Kicking out of it. Oh, snap suplex. Santana Garrett there sticking up for Jazzy Gabert. Fisherman suplex. Connected with, and Jazzy Gabert not interested in her defending her. She's not interested in being defended. She'll go out the way she wants to. Double-handed choke slam, and Santana Garrett's out of here. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, indeed. That was quick. Trifecta may have just shot themselves in the foot a little bit there. But right now, it is one-on-one between Trifecta and the women of NXT. There's a sidewalk slam, though. Charlotte and Jazzy Gabert squaring up here. Which one of these two women is going to walk out with a victory over the other? Oh my God, the strength. The pure strength of Gabert. It is just unmatched, and it's freakish, and it's scary. That's why she is the alpha female. Knee in the face. Discus clothesline as well, and Charlotte goes down. Uppercut there from Charlotte. Now she keeps on going. Neck breaker there, down on the shoulder as well for Gabert. How does Charlotte find a way to overcome Jazzy Gabert? How do you take away Gabert's strength? How do you take away her offense? Maybe you need a second woman of NXT in this one to help you out. Cover made while the pod swings around. And in comes the former NXT Women's Champion, Kairi Sane. Sane is going to look to make the most of this opportunity, and she is bolting it into the ring. This is what Sane wanted. This chance to be the champion again. But who does she go for in this one? Jazzy Gabert wasn't interested. She just booted her in the side of the head. Lifting her up now. Oh my God. Hey, just... I don't even know if you can call that a lariat. She just brought her hand over and just smacked her down into the mat with it. Jazzy Gabert a little bit on her own right now, though, but she is trying to stick up for herself with a trifecta. Chop brings her down. Charlotte now, big clubbing blow in the back. 2 women left to come out. 1 from trifecta, 1 from the women of NXT. If I were Jazzy Gabert, I'd kind of be hoping the next one out is Tessa Blanchard. Oh, here she goes again. That double-handed chokeslam of hers. Jazzy Gabert striking with it all of a sudden. It eliminated Santana, Garrett, but Sane's going after Charlotte as well. I know it's every woman for herself, but try and get the champion out at least. Charlotte kicking out, though. Jazzy Gabert running rampage through this match right now, though. There is no doubt about it. Locking her in. Cradle. Back suplex. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Fall away slam. Both women are down in this one. The only one standing is Jazzy Gabert right now, and she has control over this matchup. But who will join them? Will it be Blanchard or will it be Toni Storm? It is going to be Tessa Blanchard. Trifecta have another body in this one. Kairi, Sane, and Tessa Blanchard, the 2 who kind of started this whole thing way back, way long ago, are squaring up right now on the outside. Toni Storm is the only one left to make her way out in this one. But as for right now, the Chamber being brought into the mix. The Omega Slam, meanwhile on the inside from Jazzy Gabert on Charlotte. And with 1, 2, and 3, Charlotte is out of here. Charlotte is gone. And Kairi Sane stands alone right now with both women of Trifecta left in this one on the other side. She is on her own right now until Toni Storm gets in, but she is fighting. She ain't giving in. Big time DDT. We get back in the ring now, and this is where Trifecta will take charge. The double teams. Double DDT. Oh, here we go. We are going to see more of this. They really are sticking to their every woman for themselves claim. Gabert going right at the Tessa Blanchard. She eliminated everyone in this matchup so far. Maybe she wants to go in a complete power complex and eliminate absolutely everyone in the turnbuckle. Oh, good God. Suplexed into it as well. And the count begins, but you know who the last woman out left in this one is. She is only waiting a few seconds, and here she comes. Toni Storm is out in this one. Storm is in. And the field is complete. 2 from Trifecta. 2 representing NXT. 1 NXT Championship left to be won. But who will win it? Fall away slam there. Cover by Sane, but Tessa Blanchard kicking out right away. The women of NXT and Trifecta are just attacking each other right now. They just want to win the war for themselves. What a lariat there from Jazzy Gabert. She goes into the cover now. I think Kairi Sane broke that one up. I'm not too sure if it was intentional or not. And now they're just ganging up. They're ganging up there temporarily on Kairi Sane, and the attention switches now. Toni Storm will go after Tessa Blanchard here. Off the oh no, not off the ropes. Through the ropes and to the outside goes Blanchard. Any one of these final 4 women could be the NXT Women's Champion. It is completely possible for it to happen. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on right now. I think Toni Storm just collided into the chamber. Into the pods, rather. And then got back suplex while a sidewalk slam was hitting the ring. Oh, no. In the ring. Kairi Sane could be done for. Sane could be out of this one. The Omega Slam connected. Sane covered by Gabert. 2. And oh, Kairi Sane kicks out at 2. She hung in there. Her fight to be champion stays alive. She won't give in at all. And Toni Storm right now in the ring, going up to the top rope. Diving fist drop on the outside, but her knees went smacking into the Elimination Chamber. That ain't gonna help her. Sane rolling up Gabert. Can she get rid of Gabert? Yeah. There's 1, 2, and oh, a kick out at 2. Toni Storm wants to go after Kairi Sane again in this one. That leaves Gabert and Blanchard to go back at it on the outside. Oh, on the outside as well. Double-handed choke slam. Countered. Crossface in the ring meanwhile by Toni Storm. Tessa Blanchard sent face first in the Elimination Chamber pod. And Storm, oh no. And Blanchard countering it. Sending her face first into the chamber. You would think that they would gang up on Jazzy Gabert to try and get a new, to try and confirm that one of them will leave with a new with a championship, but that doesn't seem to be the case right now. Kairi Sane is down in the ring. Snap German suplex on the outside by Toni Storm in the ring. Double underhook suplex. Snap German suplex. Now Toni Storm hoping for the best here. Kick out at 1. Tessa Blanchard hoping for the best. Kick out at 2. Oh, on the outside, strong zero! Strong zero from Toni Storm! Strong zero from Toni Storm to end this one. There's 1, 2, and Jazzy Gabert's eliminated! Gabert is eliminated. I think Tessa Blanchard got magged him in as well, but Sane kicked out at 2. And we are down to 3. There will be a new NXT Women's Champion by the end of this one. Roll up by Blanchard on Toni Storm. There's 2. Storm rolling back over. There's the count. There's 2. And Blanchard kicks out as well. These final 3 women now have got to fight for absolutely everything. They have got to fight like their life depends on it and then some to be NXT Women's Champion. From behind, German suplex. Blanchard flipped her way out of it. Blanchard picking up Toni Storm now. Single underhook DDT. Single underhook DDT to Toni Storm. 1, 2, kick out at 2 by Storm. Oh. Wow. Wow. Storm kicks out. All 3 of these women are going to be exhausted now. What does it take in an Elimination Chamber to survive? To win! Spear from Kairi Sane. And Sane goes into the cover after it. 1, 2... Toni Storm is out. And the women who started this rivalry so long ago now look to try and end it. Tessa Blanchard and Kairi Sane. Who will win the NXT Women's Championship? Irish whip now reversed into the turnbuckle. It's all going on right now between these 2 women. Putting everything on the line. Digging the boot into the throat there. Tessa Blanchard feeling confident about herself, and she just came flying in with that drop kick. Blanchard now picking her up. Is she thinking something? I don't know if she was hoping for something, but her back gave out on her. Her back completely gave out on there. The fatigue truly setting in. Irish whip from Kairi Sane. German suplex now, and she got all of it. Surprise there that Kairi Sane didn't go for the cover right after that one. Back suplex attempt now. No. Flipped out of it. Kairi Sane, though, right in with the Michinoku driver. God, they are trying everything to be the champions right now. And the anchor is applied in the ring. The anchor is locked in. But Tessa Blanchard won't give in. She keeps on fighting out there, and she wants to do this one outside. She wants to settle the business outside, it seems. And here we are now. In dangerous, dangerous territory. Oh, I think she went face first into the chamber there. Did Kairi Sane. And now on the outside. Single underhook DDT. This could all be falling apart for Kairi Sane's hopes. Tessa Blanchard, what does she have left in her at this point? What do either woman have left in her to be NXT Women's Champion? We're on the other side now. A better view of them going into the Elimination Chamber. Over and over again, they collide into it. Powerbomb, cover after it, right away to win the title. There's two, kick out from Sane, but right into a Boston Crab. Right into a Boston Crab. But Kairi Sane cannot and will not give in. All for the rights to be the NXT Women's Champion. All for the rights to be the one to say they won the war. Single underhook DDT again connected from Tessa Blanchard. But Kairi Sane sends them back into the ring. Sane now. Spear by Sane. Is this the moment? No. She didn't think it was. She didn't go to try and end it. Back suplex. Blanchard flips out of it. Running neck breaker from Tessa Blanchard now. And she bombs it up to the top rope as quick as she can go. She's looking for Magnum. She's looking for it. And she whiffed on it. She went for Magnum and she just didn't have it. The fatigue of this matchup leaving its impact. No way she could land. And Tessa Blanchard now not looking to win, not looking to make a mistake, not looking to put a foot wrong. She hit the hammerlock DDT, and now from the top rope she goes in. This time, Magnum connects. 1, 2, 3. Tessa Blanchard is the NXT Women's Champion. It has ended. The war has ended. There was only one survivor. There was only one winner. And it was Tessa Blanchard. She cradles the NXT Women's Championship, which is now hers. It still belongs to Trifecta, but the leader holds the gold. Tessa Blanchard has won the Women's Elimination Chamber. A new champion is crowned. And there is not much more to say about it other than that. A war that will go down in the books. But everyone in this matchup put everything on the line to be the champion. In the end, Tessa Blanchard just had enough. I feel sorry for Kairi Sane, but that's how things happen. We cannot dwell on it though, because it's time for the main event of the evening. Let us do this thing. Tyler Bate versus Coren for the NXT Championship. We have waited this whole night for this one moment. This main event. Is there a chance that Bate can do what no one else has been able to do? I don't know. We're going to find out in just a moment. This is the main event of TakeOver Brooklyn. This is going to be immense. Let's see how it all happened. When Tyler Bate was finally given his rightful shot to the NXT Championship, he knew one place was left to await him. NXT Takeover Brooklyn. Bate had earned the shot. He had gone through everyone he could, even the man closest to him in Hiroshi Tanahashi. The chance was there for the taking, but one man had his sights on the same prize. The NXT Champion, heading into day 270 of his reign, longer than any prior NXT Champion before him, and the fourth longest reign in the history of the universe. This man was Coren. He too had victimized every challenger in his way. No one else had been able to stand up to Coren, not even the Rainmaker. What made Bate think he could do the same? There is no chance for Tyler Bate to take over Brooklyn. He will pummel him into the mat, and he will end him at Brooklyn. One drive, one passion, one goal, one championship. Tyler Bate versus Coren. The ultimate underdog story for one, and the ultimate way to assert power for the other. Both men have fought, both men have stood atop the other. Only one stands by the end of the tale. Who will it be? Let the tale commence. Is Brooklyn ready? Is everyone ready? It's Tyler Bate ready. We are about to find out, aren't we? Here we go. It is the main event of TakeOver Brooklyn. Tyler Bate has fought as much of an uphill road as anyone could have to fight to get this far. He has gone through everyone he could find on NXT. He has gone through a man, his mentor in Hiroshi Tanahashi. A man who led him to gold once and led him on the path towards a chance at gold again. That best of 3 series turned Bate from an athlete into a contender. It turned him from a talent into something else. It turned him into something that cannot be defined into words. Tyler Bate has made leaps and bounds to be NXT champion. He has wanted this from the moment he saw his sights on it. From the moment that he beat Tanahashi for the second time and won that best of 3 series. But that man there has beaten Tanahashi before. He's done it twice. He's beaten Okada twice. Coren has been on top of the mountain for almost 9 months. 270 days as NXT champion. Does it go on a day longer? I detest this man. I loathe this man. You could pay me all the money that you wished, and I would not have anything positive to say about Coren. There is nothing positive to say about this man. He is scum, he is vile, but he is the NXT champion. He is the face of NXT. And he holds that crown. Coren heads into what I believe to be now his 4th NXT takeover as the champion. Bate heads into this with his first ever shot at the NXT Championship. You saw the stare downs these two men have had. You've seen the beatdowns that they've commenced on other people, and you saw what just happened on this last episode of NXT. Coren pummeling Bate's head into the mat with 2 clock strikes 12s to send his message. Is it still Coren's NXT by the time the curtains come up at TakeOver Brooklyn. Who does everyone believe will win it? Is it Tyler Bate's time, or is Coren going to win? We can make predictions all we want, but it's down to what those two men do in the ring that determines who the NXT champion is. Let's see who it is. The main event of NXT Brooklyn begins. And right out of the gate, Coren coming in with his kicks, his strikes, whatever he can think of to frustrate Bate, to put him in trouble early on. We know this ain't going to be a short match. We know this isn't going to be Coren finishing Tyler Bate in 5 minutes, because that's just not going to happen. And we know that Coren can't finish that Tyler Bate can't finish Coren in 5 minutes. That's just not going to happen either. It's just impossible for something like that to happen. Forearms in the back now. Coren's come out of the back, just absolutely swinging at Tyler Bate. Destroying him in the early goings here. This is just what he likes to do. He likes to try and break down his opponent. He likes to try and force them to go to a path they wouldn't go to take it to extremities that they wouldn't normally go. Just so Coren could get in their head and then dictate the match how he wants it to go. Up in the air right now. Coren has Tyler Bate. This is dangerous for Bate. Torture rack neck breaker from the NXT champion. And Bate again has to roll out to the apron. This is a rough first few minutes for the challenger. Bate has some of the best resiliency I've ever seen. Bate's ability to survive is second to none. But even then, Coren's natural ability is just something else. I hate this man. But he just knows what to do in that ring. But Tyler Bate's starting to fight back here. Face first into the turnbuckle. And then thrusting his whole body into Coren there to try and stagger the champion. Bate going to go up to the top rope. Is this going to pan out the way he wants it to? He's way up high. This is risky. Moonsault didn't connect. Missed it. And Coren can take control. No, he can't. Tyler Bate doing his very best to stop him there. Backbreaker from Tyler Bate now. And a hefty knee in the face as well. The challenger starting to turn things around, but it's certainly too early to call which way this match could go. Bate going to look for a suplex here. Coren knew it was incoming. He was able to counter it. Went for a leaping knee. Bate countered it. Too quick there was Coren. And that time he came in with a leaping knee. Quick cover made by the champion to retain the title right now. Bate kicks out at 1. It's kind of a standard bearer for Coren now. He needs to... That kind of teaches him where he is at in terms of wearing down Tyler Bate and how much more he's got left to do on Tyler Bate before he can finish him off. Suplex powerbomb from Bate. And Bate already looking to strike big in the turnbuckle. Prepped up. Running in Zaguri. No! He whiffed on it. Coren was able to move out of the way just at the perfect time there, but fair play to Bate. He is right on the money. He is right back on the NXT champion, and he is looking for a big time move. Double underhook, superplex from up high. Bate will go for his first cover of the match on Coren with it, and he too can only secure a 1 count. Just wonder how the NXT champion goes about tearing apart Bate in this one. We've seen how he likes to do it in other matches. We've seen how he did it to Tanahashi, to Okada, to Cesaro. How does he do it to Bate though? These are all men as well that we've said have resiliency that won't let them, that, you know, will mean that they won't stay down, that they will get right back up. Will the same be said for Tyler Bate. I just talked about his incredible resiliency, how he refuses to always give in, how he will fight until he cannot fight no longer. If Coren can beat Bate knowing that's what Bate is capable of, it really begs the question of who can? Just who can beat? Who can beat Coren? German suplex connected with there. Great strength from Tyler Bate to pull it off, and now Bate gonna go for another one. Slap German suplex, Coren stuffed it. Forearms up against the ropes right now. Oh, lariat, and they both go up and over to the outside. And this is where Coren is in his paradise. This is where he gets to do whatever he wants to do. And this is where Bate is about to feel a whole lot of punishment. Into the LED board. And the sick and twisted man celebrated it. He celebrated that he just did that. But Bate, once again, his resiliency shining through, up to his feet here. The count up to 6. Bate better be aware because he can't win the title fight by count out, but he can certainly send Coren into the ring pole. In the ring we go now at the count of 8. And Tyler Bate has control over the NXT champion. Albeit only temporarily, maybe. Coren has him now. Hand around the throat. Down with the STO. Oh no, it's going to be a pile driver, isn't it? It's going to be a pile. No, it's not. Coren has him up in a powerbomb position. Is he thinking big move? Buckle bomb connecting. Bate was a passenger the whole way. Coren from behind, reverse suplex driver there. Innovative offense from the NXT champion. It's still nowhere near enough to finish off Tyler Bate. Bate now stumbling out of that turnbuckle. Face buster connected with as well. Kick out right away. Coren just seemed to be going for a few pins there. 2 pins in a row was connected by him. Oh, Bate has him. Elbow. Suplex powerbomb from Tyler Bate again in this one. What is Bate thinking now? He's thinking top rope. He's thinking to try and risk it again. It didn't work out the last time, and it doesn't work out again. Coren moves out of the way. Dragon suplex on its way now. Connected with it. Cover on Bate to put things away. That is the first 2 count of this match, I think. Bate, I don't know what he was hoping for. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, no! Oh, my goodness. You sick, twisted son of a bitch. Why? Why would you do something like that? No, up in the gory press position. And we'll send Bate not only into the LED board, but into the thin padding on the outside. It almost feels like the entire enthusiasm has gone away in this building. Coren, clock strikes 12. This can't be it. I don't want it to be it, but that was rough. There's 1, 2, and Bate kicks out at 2. Bate somehow finds a way to kick out at 2. Spinning kick in the gut. Coren keeps on going on Tyler Bate here. Ducks under him now. And a spine buster connected by the champion. Bate looks almost defenseless right now. It looks like there is I was about to say it looks like there's no fight in him, but he's still finding a way to keep going here. Tyler Bate in, power bomb. How does he pull this off? How does Tyler Bate keep on going? Bate gonna go for it now. Running step up in Zaguri, and the champion falls to it. Come on, Bate. The champion still getting up to his feet though. Although it didn't work out the way he wanted it to. Bate has him right where he wants him. Kick in the gut. Hook in the arms. Tyler Driver. Come on. Come on. Come on. Bate turns him over. Here's the cover on Coren. 1. Oh, you are kidding me. Oh. Why? Why? Why does this keep on going? Kick out at 1 from the champion. And here he goes again. Back in with those elbows. Drilling them into the back. And then comes the backbreaker. Just the methodical way of breaking down his challenger. Tyler Bate ain't giving in. Bate keeps on fighting here. Does he have it in him though to keep going? Looking for something there. Not going to happen. What is Coren going to think up now? What is this sick man going to muster up? Counter there. Bate has him. Suplex powerbomb again. No, this time Coren read it. This time Coren was aware and he countered it. He has him up against the ropes now. Oh, this is going to be... This is... Using the ropes to hit that power bomb. Cover made. Will this do it? Bate kicks out at 2. With every move that Coren hits, you feel like there should be a bit of Bate going away, but it's almost like Bate just cannot give in. That is the natural ability of Bate. He just refuses to give in, and he sends Coren face first into the top turnbuckle. By now, a lot of normal men would have given in. A lot of normal men wouldn't have survived that first clock strikes 12 because of everything that went on leading up to it. But Coren keeps on going. Wheelbarrow neck breaker now. How do you pull off something like that? Deadlift, gut wrench, powerbomb. How do you pull off something like that as well? The NXT champion is in control and he loves it. He loves it. Now he's just trying to slowly and methodically break down this man. Just trying to tear apart Bate mentally and physically in the same time. Trying to let Tyler Bate know he really stands no chance of walking out of this with the championship. Has him on the apron, and he's going to go in with those elbows again. These brutal, brutal elbows into the back, and the backstabber that follows up after it. Now what do you do? Now what are you going to do? Tyler Bate's chances are slipping away with every move that is hit. Tyler Bate, though, seems to be wanting to prove me wrong at every single turn because he fights out there and he keeps going. And Bate now has Coren in his grasps. Snapmares him down. Every time Bate gets a little bit of offense going, the crowd rises to their feet. The mentality shifts here in Brooklyn because we could be seconds away from a new NXT champion. Tyler Bate, kick in the gut. Tyler Driver! Is this going to happen? Is this the one? Is this the one? Bate covers him. Come on. 1. Oh, you are kidding me. Just how? How is this one still a thing? How? What are you going to do now? What are you doing now? Coren taking Tyler Bate out of the apron. This is dangerous. This. No, 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 I know what you're doing. No, no, no. Pile driver. Oh my God. Oh no, no. This is over, isn't it? Clock strikes 12. I think this match just ended. I think this match is over. 1, 2. Tyler Bate kicked at it too. He is still going in this one. Bate just will not stop. He doesn't know what that word means. Double knee gut buster now from Tyler Bate, and he keeps on going, and he covers Coren, and Coren kicks out right away. I just don't get how this keeps on going. I don't get how Bate keeps on fighting, and I think it's frustrating Coren an awful lot. It is riling up Coren now. It is getting him aggressive. But this could be where he makes mistakes. This is where Tanahashi found advances before. His resiliency frustrated the champion. And this could be what helps. Tyler Bate went for the cannibal senton, and he whiffed on it. Coren tried something too ambitious for his own good, and he paid for it. But now this is where he would much rather be, on the top rope. He's just going to throw him, isn't he? He is just going to throw him. There goes Bate. Throwing. Throwing. So just across the ring. Knees in the gut now by Coren. And just when do you reach that peak? When does Bate reach that peak where he just realizes that all this offense he's taking is just not gonna happen for him? When does that hit him? When does that come into play? Bate. Powerbomb now. Bate keeps going here. Is there one final drive in Tyler Bate? Does Tyler Bate have one last part mustered up in him? Bate running Enziguri, and the champ goes down again. Tyler Bate with a kick. No! Kick in the gut is countered. I thought the Tyler driver was there. I thought it was going to happen. And there it is, that reverse dragon sleeper in the corner. Deadlifting him up in the air. Taking all the wind out of Tyler Bate. And Coren keeps going. Single leg Boston Crab applied, but Bate will not give in. Bate crawling, trying to make the ropes. And if he can't make the ropes, he's going to fight out. And that's exactly what he just did. Tyler Bate still stands a shot at being NXT champion. It's a slim shot, and the window of opportunity is thinning for him, but it's still there. Both men now countering one another as much as they can. Coren has him up. Torture rack backbreaker. And all the damage that he's done on the back can certainly lead towards the end of this one. Tyler Bate powers his way out of it. Uppercut. Up to the top rope now. Tyler Bate trying with everything he has got in him. Bate, will he fly? No, he is picked out of thin air by the NXT champion. How much is left in this one for both men? This has been going on for some time now. Is the end on its way? Loaded up that forearm and he cracked him with it. Coren rolling to the outside. This could be a huge risk for Bate, and he's going to take it. elbow drop to the outside. And both men stay down for some time. Coren is still down. This one isn't over. This one hasn't ended yet. Coren, how is he still in control through everything? He's calling Bate up to his feet. Ref, I would just move. It's going to be in your best interest to just move. Blockbuster in the ring from Bate. And he by Coren. And he goes for the cover. And Bate just barely scrambles that shoulder up at the counter 2. There's not much left in him, is there? There's not much left in him at all. What is he going to do now? Coren running up. Drop kick to Bate. I think that was on the back of his neck as well, no less. And he goes on the neck again. Wheelbarrow neck breaker once more in this matchup. If Coren hits clock strikes 12 at any point, it's over. No doubt in my mind, it is all over. But Bate won't let it be over. If Bate is going to let this match be over, he's going to let it be over by being the winner. Running enziguri again. Double foot stomp in the chest of the champion. The busted open. The bloody champion. Bate. Back suplex maybe. He got all of it. The champ forcing himself out of the ring. He ain't staying down. Swing. Just swinging wildly with that lariat there. Hoping for the best. Counter though from Bate. Bate now! Bate! Tyler Driver! The third Tyler Driver in this match! Tyler Bate covers Coren. 1, 2. It's happened! It's finally happened! We have a new NXT champion! Tyler Bate is NXT champion. 270 days. And it all comes to an end in Brooklyn. Tyler Bate, you are the NXT champion. You just beat Coren. You are the man of NXT. It has ended in Brooklyn. Tyler Bate, congratulations. You did what no one else did. And you were the only man to do it. We close out NXT TakeOver Brooklyn with a night made in history. But a night that ends with a new NXT champion. Tyler Bate just beat Coren. I am never going to tire of saying that. Thank you, Bate.